guys, Bree here. So y'all, we're going to go ahead and put together a few things from the September craft box. If you didn't get one, I do have a few extra. Make sure that you comment the word craft below and then you can grab it from there. But anyways, don't wait, okay? Because like I said, I was able to get together about 5 more, okay? So make sure you grab them. But for everybody else who did get the September craft box, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting some things together. And this live will be available. When you get your box, it'll have a link directly to this live, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. So there's a few things in the box. We did do this one a couple of days ago. So if you were to go and look, this one was done. This is an example of something you could do in your craft box with the pumpkin cutout, the box frame, and then you still have a back. So if you want to put something on the back, you can definitely do that. This is the palette sign. And this is just an example of something you could do with the palette sign. You can turn it into a little pumpkin. So it comes with the 3 little sticks. It comes with the leaves here. It comes with a couple of different colors of raffia. I don't have the main color. I figured, you know, most people have, if you like using raffia, you probably have just the regular color. So I gave you a couple of other colors. And it does come with a really big flower. Now you can choose to use this flower or find something else that you already have on hand, okay? So here are 2 options, again, with the 2 surfaces in the kit. Now I'm gonna actually put together in this video, we're gonna put together the wood cutout, so that way you know how they kind of go together, all right? So all of these fun little things are going to be in there. So feel free, use them however you want. You don't have to use them for this project, but they're just thrown in so you have a bunch of stuff, okay? And the ribbon as well. So let's check out how cute that, it's got little, like a metallic leaves on it, okay? All right, so we've got our pumpkin kit and then we have our pumpkin and gnome kit. So we're gonna do both of those. Say hi when you guys pop on. And if you hear my dog in the background, I do apologize. Riley is watching Coco on Disney. And I think my dog sees the dog in the video, so oh my goodness. Yes, I was able to put together 5 extra kits, okay? So I had enough for that. Comment the word craft, C-R-A-F-T, and I'll send you the link. All right, just be sure to check your messenger for the link, all right? Okay, so these little guys, okay? You can use these to stand them up. That's what I'm going to do, but I'm also going to give you one more option. If you wanted to use one of these on maybe, let's say, the like the palette sign or something, then I'll show you how you can do that. Yes, baby.
Can I have my chocolate?
Yes. You want to bring it to me and I can open that. Did you finish all? Oh, did you finish your sandwiches? Were they good? Oh, good job. Okay, there you go.
Why do you come with chocolate?
It's just like a little snack, like dessert after you eat. Okay, so your kit will come with 6 colors, okay? All 6 colors. You can water them down just a little bit to paint with. So I pulled this from one of our extra kits, so I'm not gonna use those. I'm gonna go ahead and use my jars because that's what I have, but it is going to come with a couple of sponges and a foam paintbrush too, okay?
Mommy,
It's okay, let them stay. As long as Charlie doesn't bark in here, he's okay. All right, so I'm gonna do one of them. I think I'm gonna do that one in, let's see. I think I wanna do I wanna do this one with that? I think I'll try it. We'll see what they look like. So I'm gonna do Dune and Papaya together, and then I'm gonna do Eucalyptus and Camel together and see how that looks. If we don't like it, you just, you know, redo it. What's the worst that's gonna happen? Just redo it, okay? All right, so first, I'm gonna go ahead and paint this. I'm gonna use my little, this thing here. I'm gonna add a little bit of water. Okay. Hi guys. How was y'all's weekend? How was your weekend? How was your weekend? So I just find this to be a little bit easier sometimes. And if you want that stem to be a different color, I definitely recommend trying to think about it ahead of time so you don't accidentally paint it. I've done that before, not thinking about it. So I'm just gonna get in real close to the edges here. Okay. But let's see, was nice and relaxing. Hi, Mary. Hi, Catherine. That's good, Sonia. Nice and relaxing sounds good right about now. I feel like I'm gonna need a vacation here pretty soon. Y'all, I have been packing the craft boxes, so we got our boxes in today. I got my cousin and my sister to help me package up all of the like the picks, the florals and things like that for the box yesterday. And then we have an event in Dallas this weekend. It's not chalk related, but I do have an event up there for something else. And my living room is just covered in everything. I had to prep for the booth and stuff like that. So anyways, now I've got to package that stuff up and get that ready to go in the truck. Riley's gonna come with us, so that'll be fun. I think she'll have some fun though. Okay, so I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do this color. Now, let me try and get some of this in the lid and spray the lid. Whoa. Hi, Tina. Hi, Johanna. Hi, Julie. All right. So, now that we painted that part, let's go ahead and do this. Oh, that was like really thick. Yikes. I don't even know why I did the middle part, because that part doesn't even, it's not even seen. Whoops. Oh well. That piece was a little chunky there. All right, so I'm just gonna go around the sides here and try and take some of this paste out of the middle and scooch it on over this way. So I definitely recommend adding the water. It just really helps to smooth it out a bit. And I do have my glue gun. It was on, but it looks like my battery died. Let me swap out the battery real quick. And you guys say hi when you pop on. Say hello. Feel free to comment the word craft, C-R-A-F-T. And we'll send you some info. I was able to make about 5 boxes. After we packaged up, well, after we printed out everything, we have 5 boxes. So I was able to scrounge up enough for 30. Okay, that's done. I'm gonna put that aside. So I did just use up both of my makeup sponges, but if you want to get more, feel free to visit my my Amazon store, and you can get yourself some more from there. I'm gonna go ahead and just grab a couple. Like, you can get like a big old bag from there. Y'all, I had to start wearing my belt because this belly of mine is like a lot of weight. It's just pulling and stretching all up here. I'm glad you're feeling better today though, Yuan. Hi, Sophia. Hi, Tracy. Happy Monday. Oh, it is Monday, isn't it? All right, so I think I like those 2 colors together. Looks good so far. Let me go ahead and close this one up. I'm still kind of in my head a little bit about this one. Maybe I will stick with this color on top and we'll do the other pumpkin this color. And maybe we'll just do this for the letters all together. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I wasn't really quite sure on how I wanted to do that, but now that I'm had a little bit of time to think about it, we're gonna stick with Dune for the top layer. Okay. And then we can do the camel for the words. Okay. So, and you don't have to paint the center of it because we're actually it's gonna be covered up with this piece right here. All right. Let's grab a little bit of this paste. And mix that in there. We could also do these stems in that brown. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I just kind of maneuvered around the top of the pumpkin there. Okay. It's pretty easy to maneuver with these little makeup sponges. They're not too bad. Pretty flexible. Hi, Mary. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Nina. And thank you all, those of you guys who've helped voted for Riley. I really do appreciate it. It was a little bit last minute kind of thing, but I sure do appreciate it. And it was kind of fun. A little bit of an adrenaline rush there at the end. So we'll see what she ends up wanting to get. We've been playing store, so I have my whole setup for our event going on, and I have like the whole living room is set up, you know, as like a shopping experience. And so she's been wanting to play, so I printed her out some fake money, and I put up little signs for how much each item was that she was wanting to purchase, so that way she could kind of learn, you know, not everything's free. Nothing's free. But anyways, she's sad right now because I had to go live. I told her, you're gonna have to wait a little bit. I need to go live and then we'll play again. So her little babies, I don't know if you guys remember, she wanted the little twins. So we got her those little babies, and she has a stroller that has like a double seat thing. And so she's pushing around her little babies, and she's officially a princess. I know, right? She's pushing around her babies and shopping for them and looking at how much money she's got. And anyways, it's pretty cute. And I even have my cash register out for the event, and so she made a little section. She's like, you gotta have the little booping section. I was like, a booping section? What are you talking about? And she was like this, boop, boop. So every time I have to scan her items on, and it's just like a little sticker on a plastic bag, and that's where I have to boop. But it's pretty cute. All right, so let's make sure these are dry real quick before we glue them. Okay. I really like these colors though, y'all. You know what we'll do? We'll glue everything at the end. I'm just gonna take this, I'm gonna move it aside, let these dry, and we're gonna open up the gnome package. I know, I should get a little picture of her playing. It's really cute. All right, so let's figure out what color everything needs to be on this one. Now, I think this one has a lot more pieces, so sometimes it's a little confusing as to what it will look like. So I will have a finished photo available for you guys who get the craft box. That way you have an idea of what it's going to, you know, look like in the end. Okay. All right, so that stacks on there. That stacks on there. And this is the beard. That is the hat. This goes on top of the hat near his nose. Here is the nose. Okay. And a little heart can go on top of his hat. Then we've got his feet. And then each leaf, each section gets a little leaf, okay? And then we've got his hands. So I think this hand goes over here. And this hand goes like he's holding it on top of that pumpkin. And then these just stack on top of each other like that. So it'll actually look like that, like he's holding the pumpkin once it's standing, okay? So just so you guys kind of have an idea of putting it together and then choosing what colors you want comes next, okay? So we're gonna stick with our colors that we've been using, which is the eucalyptus, the dune, the camel, and our papaya. Okay. Let's see. So we know all of our leaves are going to be green. Okay, so I'm gonna move those over there. Those are all going to be green. I think his hands and his mustache. Okay, we can do brown. Did I do the brown? I didn't do the brown yet. I forgot to do the brown on the stems. Hold on. As soon as I said that, I was like, oops. All right, so I'm going back in real quick on this, doing the brown on the pumpkin stems. Okay, and if you guys are here, again, hit that heart button for me. And if you're just popping on, we are doing the September craft box. And if you did not get yours yet, I did have enough stuff to make about 5 more, okay? So make sure you do that. Oh, perfect. I'm glad you did a screenshot then. That way you can remember. All right, so we're gonna go, let me focus on one thing at a time. Let's start over here with our pumpkin, okay? So let's say I wanna do the middle pumpkin. I'm gonna do the middle pumpkin eucalyptus, okay? So let me just get a little bit more eucalyptus here. And I'll just do the whole thing eucalyptus. And then if you want to get fancy, you get fancy. I'm just going to keep it as simple as possible. Okay, that means this part was eucalyptus. I don't really need to paint it, but it just gives me an idea of what color that part was. Okay, and then we're gonna do the bottom. Let's do the bottom, or do the bottom in papaya. Okay, so we're gonna do the orange. Okay, remember all of the middle is covered by the cutouts that go on top, so I'm not worried. But I do want to maybe do something a little bit different for that middle part. So you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix a little bit. I'm gonna take a little bit of papaya, okay? And I'm gonna get a little bit of another color, and I'm gonna mix the two together to maybe make it a little darker or a little lighter orange. So maybe we'll go a little lighter. So I'm gonna grab some Dune, okay, and I'm just gonna mix that together to kind of make a little bit of a lighter orange here. And again, we're painting with it, so I'm just gonna spritz it with a little bit of water. Okay. And that's such a cute color. It's like a peach color. Looks good. Okay, so that's what that one looks like so far. Okay, and then on the top we can go with Dune, and I'm wondering if we should put all of it one color on that one, or if I should try and do it with the this peachy color on top. Maybe I'll go the peachy on the outside. Let's see what it looks like. I'm gonna see if I can do like the peach along the outside part, and then I'll come in the middle with Dune. I said I was gonna try and keep it simple. I mean, it still is pretty simple, right? All right, let's go in here with this Dune. Ah! Let me get a paintbrush. I should have grabbed a smaller paintbrush, but this is the only one I have right here, ready to go. I definitely feel like I had more control, honestly, with the sponges, because this paintbrush is terrible. Ooh. Okay, that was a no-go. Let's try that again. All right, well, that's better. I think that's fine. Okay, and then we're gonna go with Camel for this outside part. Remember, the leaf will be covered up, so I really don't have to paint that. That'll be covered with the eucalyptus once we get it painted. Okay. All right. And it does come with a peachy keen, which is a little bit, it could be very close to that color that we created, a little bit more pink peach. So you could definitely do that. Yeah, it does kind of look like peachy keen, and that's probably what I should have used instead of making that color. See? It's kind of hard. It's just a little bit more pink, but totally would work. All right. So that one is done. We'll let that dry. We'll come over here and do a little bit of eucalyptus for our leaves. Okay, we've got 4 little leaves here. Hi. We are working on a September craft box. Yes, so if you guys are just popping on, feel free to type in the word craft. I'll send you the info. And those of you guys doing the craft that do have the craft box, this will be available for replay later, okay? All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this with this peach color. All right, and I think his nose, his hands, and his feet should maybe all be the same color, huh? I think so. And I think we can maybe make his mustache. I think we could go with that peachy color as well. And then we could do his beard in papaya, maybe. And then his hat could be eucalyptus, and his shirt could be eucalyptus. I think so. Again, I'm gonna do it this way, and then once you guys see it, you're gonna be able to make all the adjustments. You're gonna be able to be like, ooh, I don't like that combination, or I don't like it the way that one looked, and we adjust, right? So we're just testing it out. That way you guys can decide how you want it. Okay, and that's pretty much all I need to color on that part. The only other part is going to be up here with the vine. Okay. And we need to do this vine as well. Okay. Let's go with papaya for the beard. Oh, I do have Dune too. I forgot about Dune. Let's look at it, shall we? kind of put it together a little bit like that. We could do that dune, and then I could paint that the orange. And then we could do all of those camel. How about that? Let's try it. We're gonna change it a little bit. And we're gonna do dune, just because I think we had a big section of the papaya right here. So I don't want it to be too much papaya right in the center. So I'm gonna go ahead and just change it over to dune. Thank you. No problem, Jackie. Yes, we shipped out. So we actually had to wait for, we had a pretty big influx of orders come through on our cutout site. So because we had posted a bunch of stuff, new stuff that came out or that we got listed on there. And we had to wait for the bigger sheets to come in. Well, we were hoping they'd be delivered on Friday, but they weren't. So they were actually delivered yesterday. They were delivered yesterday on a Sunday. I know it's super weird. But since they were delivered yesterday, Robert was cutting all day yesterday. So we got all of those orders out. So anything that had a round in it, we had to wait for the wood. So now he did that, and he's cutting the rest of our cutouts for the box, and we're pretty much done. Everything is going to be loaded up and getting ready to ship out tomorrow. So yeah, we did have a little bit of a delay on some orders, so we do apologize. Okay. All right. Now, should we do these in camel, or should I do them in camel? I'm thinking I should do them in camel. Either camel or in papaya. We're talking about his hands, his feet, and his nose. Tell me guys what you guys think. Thanks, Jackie. I know, I think it's looking super cute too. Tell me guys what you think. Should the nose, the hands, and the feet all be in camel? Should we do all of those in the same color? I need to do the stem on that. Let's dry that real quick. You guys think camel too? Camel too. Sorry. It sounded funny. All right, and then I do have my glue gun on. We're about to start gluing everything together. Hi. All right, let's go with camel. Okay. Because I don't think black would be good. It would just stand out a little bit too much. So I do think the camel, though, would be a good color. To keep it a little bit more neutral. All right. Looks good. So it does come with a shimmer harvest and then the pink as well. So it does come with 2 more colors. We didn't use these. I don't find that using the shimmer harvest is good to paint with. I do think that you could use it as an accent on top of something. Like if you were to do this, paint the background, and then you could use the pattern, like you could use the buffalo plaid and then put the buffalo plaid in shimmer harvest on top as that pattern there. I think that would be cute. Oh yeah, that is true. Okay, we'll see what it looks like. Let's put it together. If we need to paint over the shoes, then we can paint over the shoes. I'm wondering if we should put his shoes in like, I don't know. Let's see. Let's put it together and see. And then I need to paint the base. What color am I going to paint the base? All right, let's start gluing. Okay, we've got that part down. Oh, I should have painted underneath that a different color. Ooh, is it too late? It's not too late. Let's just take that off real quick. Hold on. I didn't even think of that. Let's try and paint that a different color. Let's see. Maybe we'll go back to this orange color here. Okay, let's try that again. Maybe papaya for the base. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, if maybe we do papaya, either papaya or dew. It's kind of my thought at the moment. Okay. There we go. Let's get a leaf on there. Okay, so there's our pumpkin, okay? Now let's get our gnome put together. Okay. We've got his beard on. Okay, I'm not gonna glue on the feet and the hands just yet. I'm just gonna go ahead and glue on like the rest of his hat and his mustache, just in case we need to change some colors there. Okay. All right, so the nose will go here. We can go ahead and I can glue on the leaf. I'm wondering if that looks funny with his hands. Maybe I do his hands. Should I change his hands to a different color? Maybe the same color as his mustache, or should it stay the same color as his nose? Should I change those colors? Or do we keep it? It's so cute though. Hi. Okay. I think I like him like this though. I think it actually looks really cute. I mean, his hands are the same color as the vines, but you know, I feel like that should be the same color. I think it's fine. If we change his shoes, maybe we can change his shoes to papaya. And then we could do camel for the base. How about that? We can change the shoes to papaya, and we could do camel for the base. I think maybe that would help us have a little bit of a difference there. All right. Changing shoes to papaya and changing the base over to, oh, that's not camel, that is Shimmer Harvest. Here we go. And I only need to paint one base because the other one's going to be glued underneath it. All right. Ta-da. All right, let's dry that, glue it, and then we'll grab our other pumpkins, glue those together because those should be good too. And we'll be good. Okay. All right. Okay, let's glue his little hand on the vine. Anything else? Okay. Let me glue the leaves on the vine because I didn't do those yet. And then we'll get the rest here. Okay, so I want it to glue like that, so I'm only going to do like part of his hand here. Okay. Then we're going to glue his little footies on. Okay, let's glue our bases together. Good. And then we'll just glue our little hand on here. Awesome. Okay, y'all. Are y'all ready? Look how cute he is. Oh my goodness. Look how cute. This is her third princess. How exciting, Cheryl. They're cute, y'all. Okay, let's put these together. And I love that everything is the same color palette. I love these colors together, the ones that we're giving you guys. Even this is the same color. You could definitely do camel around the outside. I did use a wax instead, so it's a lot darker brown, but the inside, same colors, okay? I know, so cute, right? Okay, so if you want the craft box, like I said, I was able to get together a few more boxes, but you do need to comment the word craft, and you do need to buy them probably today. I would not wait. Get them today, get them now. We are shipping them out tomorrow. Well, we're getting everything done tonight so they can be picked up tomorrow. Okay. All right, so we're gonna glue that on top and then make sure you know which way it's going, because it's not even. So you just need to make sure the little smaller part is going to be at the top. And on this as well, you're more than welcome to add a little bit more in the background. So if you wanted to do, maybe you wanted to do green in the center, you could do green in the center instead of them being different or like the same on both. I think that would be cute too. So like had this been papaya, I think painting that papaya would have been really cute, you know? But you get to choose, it's your project. But now that I'm looking at it and looking at my gnome, I definitely probably would have changed the center color, the top layer, to be something different. Okay. Now, you can put these on here just like that if you wanted to glue them on there. I'm not sure which ones look better. Maybe that way looks better just because this is such a big pumpkin. But before I do that, let me show you. You could also glue those pumpkins onto these if you wanted. So like this pumpkin fits, but it's a little wide. So if you wanted to put it on there, you could definitely put it on there, okay? Or if you wanted to put this one, again, this one's just gonna be a little bit wider. You can always, I don't know, if you wanted to do like all of that on there, you're more than welcome to do that. This pumpkin will also somewhat fit. It doesn't fit inside of it, but you could glue it on the edges. And then you could put some stuffing or something behind it if you wanted to do that. I think that would be cute as well. Also, you could turn this over to the back and it does fit very snug in there, okay? But if you absolutely wanted to, you could do something like that where it says give thanks if you want it, wrong way. If you wanted to put the words together on there, you could, or you could just leave it like that. Okay, so those are just ideas. Thank you. Mystery boxes, y'all. Okay, I am hoping, I need mystery, I don't even have the product yet. I'm hoping it shows up today. It says it's supposed to be here today. If you bought a mystery box, and it shows up today, guess what we're doing tomorrow night? We are doing mystery bundles tomorrow night because we leave on Wednesday. So I need those out the door so you're not waiting any longer. But yeah, I don't even have the new product yet. Thank you for asking. I really appreciate that. I meant to say that earlier. But yeah, so I am hoping they come in today. I will separate them. I'm getting these craft boxes out first, and then those mystery bundles are next. So again, I'm hoping they come in today, and if so, then tomorrow we will be playing a little game. And I think I actually have 2 mystery bundles left, y'all. In case you didn't get one, I think I have 2 left. Because I got an extra of each one, but somebody had bought a couple of them already, but I haven't looked. But I think the last I remember there was 2 of them. But anyways, let's hope they come in. If they do, I will show you guys. I'll let you guys know, and then I'll put up an event, and then I'll send out an email. Okay, that everybody that bought the mystery bundles. Okay. All right, so we are just gonna put these guys on the back. We're gonna glue these on the back. Okay, so you're going to put these on the back. This is what helps them stand on their own. If you're not going to put it on another surface, Okay, you're just gonna glue these little squares on the back. And then these little quarter circles go like that, okay? So what I like to do is I just like to glue them in there. It helps them just stay. So I'm gonna drop a little bit of glue in there. Turn off my glue gun because we are done with it. And I just like to put them right in there. Hold it down just a little bit, let the glue dry, and then it's all good. Yeah, Yvonne, just grab one. I think the link is somewhere. Mystery bundles. Oh, I know it's in the VIP group. There's a post in the featured section of the VIP group that has the mystery bundles. And you may just have to click on them because I don't know which ones are still available. Okay, y'all, let's check it out. Look at how adorable. Ah! Look at them. Okay, I don't know about y'all, but I am really, really, really happy with how these came out. Y'all are gonna have so much fun. Just imagine the different colors that you could put with it. If you don't like this color scheme, not a problem, change it up, right? So we've got those. We do have this one. We do have this one. Y'all, look how many projects you're gonna be able to make with this month's box. And if you didn't get the box, make sure that you guys text the word craft box to the number I'm about to post below, because that's what I did. So whenever I launched these boxes, I sent out a text message to everybody that wanted the craft box info, and they're the ones who could purchase first, and more than half of them were gone, okay? And then the other half, or whatever else we sold, was from the day I did this live, okay? So let me put it in the chat. So you're going to text craft box to, and then there's a phone number there, okay? So look below. If you type in craft box here, it's not going to send you the info. But if you do type in the word craft, it should send you a message, okay? And in that message, it should also contain this information, okay? So make sure you guys do that. You can feel free to comment the word craft below, or just check out that number, okay? All right, let me make sure it has it in here. Text. Yes, so comment the word craft. You're gonna go into your messenger and you're gonna click supply list, and it'll have September box there. So it'll have the link, and then it'll also say text craft box to that phone number, okay? If you're a club member, remember on my Chalk site, the Chalk Couture website, you can receive 15% off of every single order between the 14th and the 30th of this month. So if you're not a club member, look into becoming a club member before you purchase, because it can definitely really save you a bit. Oh, it's sold out already? Right before I went on, I had 5. Uh-oh, let me see. Let's see. It let me, Yvonne, so you should still be able to get the craft box for this month. Let me go into my shop and see how many are left. But yeah. The new transfers, yes, so the only one that's not going to be restocking is the Gingerbread Fire bookstore. Gingerbread bookstore is the only one not going to restock, but the other ones will, if anything else went out that I know of. The bookstore and the cutouts are not going to be restocked, but I think was there a Merry Christmas one? I think that one was on the low quantity, but it will be restocked. Let's see. I know, right? Oh, the mystery one. Yeah, let me see. Mystery. Most of them are sold out. Let me tell you which one's available, okay? That way you know which one to click, Yvonne. I have available for the mystery box, Yvonne, there are only 3 available. The 105, the 155, and the 205, okay? So it's just bigger projects. But those are the only 3 I have available, okay? I don't have any of the smaller ones. Okay, so if you message me, Yvonne, if you want one of those, or if somebody wants one of those, I only have one of each, the 100, the 105, the 155, and the 205. I can send you those links, okay? All right, y'all. Okay, so let me see, do I have mystery bundles in here? Because then I could just send you the main one. What day did we do that? I think we did that. I don't remember when we did the mystery bundles. I'd have to go back and look. You're welcome. Okay. Well, I'm trying to look for the mystery bundle. Here it is. Purchase here. Copy link. Okay, oops. All right, I'm putting the link to the mystery bundles in the comments. Okay, and then remember, it's only the 105, the 155, and the 205. So if one of those says out of stock, then it is gone. But those are the only 3 that I have left that are available. Okay. All right, you guys. Well, thanks so much for hanging out. I sure do appreciate it. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I absolutely love how they came out, and I'm super excited for you guys to get your boxes. Okay. All right. We'll see y'all later. Bye.